Is that in every day?
Did you like that? I didn't have to work for
can't say I've ever like wheeled up to the microphone before, so this is kind of a new thing. My name is Denise Perry, and I'm the head choir director here at the high school, and I want to say thank you for joining us. We have a great crowd in person, and thank you if you're joining us online for our Pops concerts tonight. We had our first group, which was our treble choir, and I would love if you just give them another big round of applause for that. As we were talking through this process, and I remember one day when Mrs. Lisa and I said, and just so you know, there's not going to be any directors up there in front of you, and their eyes just got huge, like, we have to do this all on our own. And so we're just incredibly proud. They've learned a lot in a short amount of time, and it's not an easy thing to do, but I think what they found, hopefully, a lot of them, is that it can really be a lot of fun. And so typically, we have our Pops concert, and then a week later, we have our choir awards night. And we don't have that opportunity, so we want to recognize a few of our outstanding singers and students tonight. Of course, the problem with awards is you hope that you're going to inevitably miss somebody, and so I just hope that these ladies all know that Mrs. Lisa and I just value all of them, and every one of them is important to the choir. And we just want to take a couple minutes to acknowledge some of the things that maybe you didn't know about. So, first of all, everybody who has a 3.5 GPA or higher will receive what's called a Music Scholar Award. And I'm not going to have all of them stand up because it's so many of these ladies. They are just outstanding in the choir room, in the classroom, on the athletic fields. That we just get to work with a really great bunch of people. And so they just need to know that after the concert is done, they need to find the treble choir table. And if you had a 3.5 or higher this year, then there's a music scholar certificate for you there. Let me do this. Okay, so we're going to move on to some more specific awards, and I will recognize them one type at a time. So first of all, we, as you know, earlier this year, we did something called All-State Chorus. It's not very common for somebody from the first year choir to get selected, but this year we did have a student, so would you please give a round of applause to Amber Brockberg's going to stand up. So everybody that stands, you'll have something over in your envelope, a certificate. Next, we have some really great people who have served the choir as a whole this year as part of the choir council. I will say all their names, and then you can give them all a round of applause. From this choir, the representatives are Hallie Bortnam, Ellie Stahl, Kaya Smith, Harriet Roaches, and Laura Schultz. Can you give them a round of applause? All right. Next, we had some brave young women who were willing to take time, work with Mrs. Hummel, learn a solo, and then perform a solo for judges that we brought in to work with them. It was really an outstanding day. They all sang beautifully. And the students that were here that day for the performance, I'm going to have them stand, are Taylor O'Neill, Raina Paquette, Peyton Schumacher, and Kaya Smith. Would you please stand? All right, so we do something at the end of every year where we call them the Student Choice Awards, and they can tell us who they see as the leaders in their section. And so the sopranos this year, there was a tie, but they wanted to recognize two, Taylor O'Neill and Kaya Smith, so please stand. The altos really saw some great leadership this year from Carrie Ann Kessler. And then they also get to vote on somebody who is inspirational and just inspires them to do their best and picks them up when they're feeling down. And it's no surprise that the winner of the Spirit Award is Elena Evans. Students who are involved extracurricularly in choir can earn a letter. And again, it's not easy to do your first year, but we did have one letter winner in this group, and it is Kaya Smith. We love getting the chance to work with these ladies for the whole year and for multiple years, and it gives us a chance to see so much improvement. And one of the singers that this year we saw so much improvement, but I don't think she could be here tonight, is Naomi. I don't think she's here. So we can give a round of applause if you're watching at home to Naomi Martinez. Another award that we just created this year for all the choirs is the Sing for Joy Award. And some people, when the music starts, they just can't sit still. Their face just starts beaming when they sing. It could be so many of these people. But the person who we are giving this award to tonight is Maisie Mathis. And so finally, it's always hard to narrow down, but we give a Future is Bright Award. And so this is really for people who kind of did all that they possibly could. They tried out for everything, they did the solos, and the two people that this year just kind of took every opportunity that they had were Taylor O'Neill and Kyla Smith. So that's all we have tonight for treble choir. So we're going to ask these guys to stand up and head back, and they get to watch the rest of the next ones. We're going to go out that door, and we will bring in the tenor bass choir next. And places.
Oh.
I grabbed the wrong thing. Xander, could you bring me the piece of paper? Like, my phone does not help me. Thank you. While they're coming, while he's coming up, how about one more round of applause for these guys? All right. So let's recognize, first of all, a lot of you, so many of you have had a 3.5 GPA at some point this year, which means you get the Music Scholar Award, and that can be found in the envelope that we told you about. Next, this choir went all out when it came to auditioning for All-State this year, and so when I call these names, I would like them to stand, and then you can give them an applause. Joseph Toronto, Damian Fortaliza, Anthony Garcia, and Elliot Huntington. Next, we had a group of guys, they were so good with the choir council, they were at the meetings, they were responsible, they did choir pictures every single week. They were great guys. And I'd like to recognize Cade Christensen, Anthony Garcia, Carter Mueller, Elliot Huntington, and Keith Inmertz. We had 3 of these brave souls who decided to learn an art song, work with Mrs. Hummel, and then sing for a judge that we brought in. So I want to recognize Damian Fortigalizza, Elliot Huntington, and Joseph Toronto. So now we're at the Student Awards, where these guys get to vote on who they see as their leaders. And so first of all, for the tenor section, which was this little small but mighty group over here, lots of really strong singers, but they voted for Joseph Toronto. And the basses went with one of their great leaders, Keegan Mertz. And these guys will not be surprised that the spirit winner this year is Ren Jacobson. We had one of these guys who earned a letter in choir this year, and that is Joseph Toronto. And the awards that Mrs. Lisa and I got to pick, the first one is the most improved. And talk about improvement. 12 of these guys were in choir before this year, and now listen to them. It's just so fun. So we had to pick one, and this year we picked Jordan Moffel. Two of the guys that have just been really fun to work with, super expressive in their singing, that get the Sing for Joy Award are Hayden Heller and Owen Schneider. And finally, the guys that just went out for everything, took every opportunity they could. Future is bright for Joseph Toronto and Elliot Huntington this year. You guys can all go ahead and stand up and head back into the auditorium and watch mixed choir.
We are the 2020-2021 co-chairs, and we would like to present our Star Staff Award to somebody very deserving tonight. Our Star Staff Award is an award given to an outstanding staff member that was nominated by students in the choir. This year's Star Staff is Mr. Jorgensen. If you would come up and receive your award, please. Many students had outstanding things to say about about him. Like, he respects and cares for all of his students. He works with students until they understand the concepts, no matter what or how long it takes. He wants each of his students to succeed, and he works his tail off so that they can have the best chance possible.
Another student also added that he's always a friendly face in the halls. Thank you, Mr. Jorgensen, for all that you've done.
All right, before mixed choir goes on with their 3 songs, I just have a few awards to give out to them too, as well. They too have many scholar awards in this group, and so too many that we can't even begin to list them all. So, but we want to give those guys a round of applause because academics are absolutely important. So, congratulations, mixed choir, on your Music Scholar Awards. If I call your name, please stand up and be recognized. We'd like to recognize 3 of our members of the mixed choir that made All-State or choir or chorus. I'm not in orchestra right now, I'm in choir. Okay, James Park, Stephen Brosel, and Jenna York. And we have choir council, Aletha Baker, Alexander Kranz, Jackson Hoffman, Jane Himley, and Nadia Duomo. We also have many solo contest participants this year. We have Jasmine Anaski, Aletha Baker, Stefan Rosel, Nadia Duomo, Nathan Gemichis, Jaden Himley, Hannah Larsgaard, Braylon Newpin, James Park, Maya Plummer, and Jenna York. Were voted on by their peers, and for the soprano section, they would like to recognize Jaden Bruns. In the alto section, Mary Rudd. For the tenors, Nathan Lees. And the basses, Jackson Hoffman. And the Spirit Award goes to Jackson Eck. And we have several letter winners in this choir. We have Stephen Brosel, Jaden Bruns, Nadia Duomo, Piper Naughton, Braylon Newpin, James Park, Maya Plummer, and Jenna York. All right, and the last 3 awards are the Director's Awards. So the first one was a tie. It was for Most Improved. We have Hannah Larsgaard and Carter Wright. It's been kind of funny that's been going on throughout the year. Every week we do Student of the Weeks. And this individual was very spirited about it. And so we have the Student of the Week winner, Jackson Eck. Every week he'd hop in the pictures, no matter what. It was without fail, and it was fun. It was fun. All right. And the last one, as Mrs. Perry was saying, this individual just brightens up a room and is just enjoying every minute of singing. And the Sing for Joy Award goes to Jasmine Anaski. All right, congratulations everyone, and then we will continue on with our 3 songs. sports in class tomorrow. But we need to clean this gym. We're in the gym, right? We need to clean it real quick because we have other concerts starting in 10 minutes. So if everybody could depart, and thank you so much for coming and giving these guys lots of support. Have an awesome night. Where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find. I try to reach for you, but you have flown to mine. Whatever happened to our love? I wish I understood. It used to be so nice, it used to be so good. Well, hello, my name is Denise Perry, and I am the head choir director. And I'm just so glad to see so many of you here in person with us for the concert, and welcome our people who are viewing online as well tonight. We just had our first group for our second concert, and it's our advanced treble choir. Could you give them one more round of applause, please? So typically, we would have our Pops concert and then a week later, awards night, which doesn't work this year. So we're going to recognize some of our students this year for some awards and just give you a chance to recognize and applaud for them. So, first of all, each choir has a table out here, so before you leave, make sure you check. Many of you, most of you, have the Music Scholar Award, which means that at some point this year, they had at least a 3.5 GPA, and so a hardworking group, and it shows everywhere. And so Music Scholar Awards, make sure you pick those up. Next, we had several of these ladies who were part of our All-State Ensemble, and so that means you have pins in your envelopes, and so I'd like to have these ladies stand, please. Callie Brinkman, Grace Vandekop, Grace Enns, Jenzy Jensen, and Ainsley Shelsta. Please give them a round of applause. So at the beginning of every year, the choirs vote on people to represent them on the choir council. And the choir council does everything from student of the week to taking care of robes to all kinds of behind the scenes things. And we had some awesome ladies on the choir council this year. So please stand up. Grace Vandekop, Kira Stoll, Ainsley Shelsta, Claire Einspar, and Rowan Bosted. So every year we have an opportunity to perform at solo contests, and it takes a lot of courage and a lot of work. And I'd like to recognize these ladies who performed at contests this year. Callie Brinkman, Grace Enns, Jenzy Jensen, Jessica Kelzer, Kira Stoll, and Grace Vandekop. Next, we do a thing at the end of the year where all the choirs can vote on who they see as their leaders. And so we're going to just go section by section. It's always close. There's always so many names, but this year we are going to say for the soprano ones, it was Grace Vandekop. Soprano twos, Jessica Kelzer. And altos, Kira Stoll. And for the inspirational person in the choir, lots of inspiration, but the one that they got the Spirit Award this year is Bailey Morrison, or B. So for choir, you can earn a letter, and in order to do that, it takes a lot of extracurricular involvement, and a lot of these ladies have a lot of extracurricular involvement. And so these ladies earned a letter in choir this year. Callie Brinkman, Grace Enns, Jenzy Jensen, Jessica Kelzer, Rachel Ratz, Ainsley Shelsta, Kira Stoll, Grace Vandekop, and Rowan Bosted. That's a lot of singing. And then finally, at the final awards that I've got are just things that I get to kind of pick and choose from year to year. And so this year I did a new one. If you were at the first concert, we hired somebody to choreograph for those kids because they'd never done a Pops concert before. But for these concerts, the students did all their own choreography, and so the Just Dance Award this year goes to Jenzy Jensen and Callie Brinkman. So they created all that choreography that you guys just watched. This group works very hard, and obviously then in the long run, that means they're going to improve. So it's always hard to pick one person, but this year I was so proud of Grace Enns. And we have a new award this year that we're doing for each choir, and it's called Sing for Joy. And it's just when the music comes on and they start singing, it just shines out of them, and it shows on their face, and the rest of them too. And this person is Jenzy Jensen. So, ladies, I'm going to ask you to stand up. We're going to give them one more round of applause. And then we have some vocal jazz groups coming up for you.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6, 7,
8,
9,
10,
11, 12.
13.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never saw you lovely be, making one as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? Made from love.
Isn't she pretty? Maybe the angels dance. Boy, I'm so happy. He has in heaven plans. I can't believe what God has done. Through us He's given life to one so very lovely, made from love.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she precious? But isn't she lovely?
Made from love.
Isn't she lovely? Life and love are the same. Life is Aisha, loving another name. Honey is good, but not been done. Without you, she's the one. So very lovely, made from love.
Mic check 1.
Mic check 3.
Mic check 4.
Mic check 5.
Mic check 6. Mic check 7.
Mic check 8.
Mic check 9.
Mic check 10.
Mic check 11.
Mic check 12. Mic check 13. Mic check 14. 15. Yeah.
Think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah, think. But your mind won't let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go way on back when I didn't even know you had to think too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, ain't no doctor with degrees. It don't take much IQ to see what you do to me, yeah, think. Think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah, think. But your mind won't let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 oh, freedom, 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 oh, freedom. There ain't nothing you could ask, I could answer you, but I won't. I'm gonna change, but I'm not in keep doing things I don't. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Think it's mind, don't let yourself be free. People walk around every day playing games.
check one. Check mic one.
Mic 2, checking mic 2.
Mic 3, checking mic 3.
Mic 4, checking mic 4.
Mic 5, checking mic 5.
Mic 6, check mic 6.
Mic 7, checking mic 7.
Mic 8, check mic 8.
Mic 9, check mic 9.
Mic 10, check mic 10.
Mic 11, checking mic 11.
Mic 12, checking mic 12.
Mic 13, check 13.
Mic 14, check 14.
Mic 15, check 15.
Mic 16, check 16.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something which I've worn in love lays heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else is there at me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Just one look at you, just one look at you, and I know it's already a lovely
When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, then I look at you, then I look at you, and the world's alright, alright with me. Just one look at you, just one look at you, just one look at you, and I know it's always a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
2020-2021 co-chairs, and we would like to present our Star Staff Award to somebody who's very deserving tonight. We presented it at the last concert, and we're just going to recognize him during this concert, so if we just stand after we announce him.
The Star Staff Award is an award given to an outstanding staff member that was nominated by the students in the choir. This year's Star Staff is Mr. Wilkinson.
Thank you for everything that you have done for us.
Well, we didn't want to break up the flow because once these guys get going, they're not going to want to stop. So we're going to do some awards for them now before they actually perform for you. So this is our concert choir. This is a choir of all juniors and seniors, and they've been in choir for at least 3 or 4 years, and they are just so delightful to work with, and we get to make fantastic music with them, so it's just a treat. One of the first things that you would notice about them is this is a hardworking, intelligent group, and their GPA shows it. Many of them earned what we call the Music Scholar Award, so they had a 3.5 or higher GPA. So when we're done with the concert, there's a table, I think it's that one. So if you guys want to double check for an envelope, if you had that GPA this year, then you have an award waiting for you there. Next, one of the things that was kind of a bummer this year is we didn't get to have the official All-State Chorus, but we did have an All-State Chorus ensemble, and they still did receive the pins from the state in recognition of them being selected through audition. And so the pins are in the envelope, so I want to recognize our All-State Chorus representatives. So Joshua Park, Carl Steinlicht, Grant Sternhagen, go ahead and please stand, yes. Luke Bielfeld, Jacob Kapperman, Adam Osborne, Noah Strummel, Jake Kilmo, Maddie Brink, Francie Heron, Avery Retzer, Hannah Murphy, Johanna Tibet, Skylar Ness, and Alyssa Schmidt. Please give them a round of applause. And like I said earlier, at the beginning of the year, we always hold some elections for people who are willing to serve on the choir council. And this year, first of all, we have our co-chairs, Mac and Lydia, and then we also have Hannah Murphy, Tessa Stoltenberg, Jessa Rindels, Thomas Reynolds, Joshua Park, and Carl Schreiber. So we didn't get to go to an actual South Dakota High School Activities contest, but we held our own in-house contest with some fantastic clinicians. And we had a lot of students who worked with Mrs. Hummel to learn a solo and prepare. And it was such a treat to listen to them and just the end result of their hard work. And so I'd like to recognize the students that sang on that contest. Luke Bielfeld, Maddie Brink, Lily Foster, Francie Heron, Logan Mosley, Joshua Park, Isabella Ports, Avery Retzer, Carl Steinlich, Grant Sternhagen, Noah Strummel, Hannah Murphy, and Johanna Tibet. Please stand. So at the end of the year, I let the students just kind of vote and see who they have really felt were great leaders in each one of their individual sections. And whenever we do that, there are so many names that come up. There's so many leaders in the group. But this year, the ones that get the award for soprano 1, we had Francie Heron, soprano 2, Avery Retzer, alto, Hannah Murphy, tenor, Carl Steinlich, baritone, Luke Bielfeld, and bass, Adam Osborne. And finally, the students get to select somebody that they feel like has just been inspirational, has built them up, has been a great person to have in the choir, and that person, again, is Tessa Stoltenberg. Well, all the standing up, you can tell there's been a lot of singing, and that's all extracurricular. It all takes place outside of the school day, and all those singing, and a lot of them are involved in their church worship. A lot of them sing national anthems. Lots of ways for them to earn their letters, but we have a lot of letter winners. So as I say your name, please stand. Luke Bielfeld, Maddie Brink, Abigail Davis, Lydia Engebretson, Lily Foster, Piper Gilbertson, Madeline Hallen, Francie Heron, Jake Hilmo, Jacob Kapperman, Hannah Murphy, Skylar Ness, Adam Osborne, Joshua Park, Isabella Ports, Avery Retzer, Thomas Reynolds, Jessa Rindels, Alyssa Schmidt, Megan Smith, Carl Steinlet, Grant Sternhagen, Noah Stremmel, Johanna Tevet, Rebecca Visser, Mackenzie Weber, and Taylor Wilkins. Wow, that's a lot. Now we come to some of the awards that Mrs. Winghart and I get to kind of decide on since we co-teach this choir. And we saw so much improvement throughout the year. It was a hard year. It was that first semester, I tell you, we didn't really know about this singing in masks and spread out. But we just saw a lot of improvement and things kind of got easier as the year went on. But the student that we saw just vast improvement in this year, and we're so glad he decided to join choir last year, is Grant Sternhagen. As I said, we have a new award this year, and it's called Sing for Joy. And this is, you don't have to audition for this, it's just kind of who you are as a person. And sometimes when people sing, they show it. They are so expressive, and the music starts, and they just start to move, and the person, lots of them in here, but the one that we chose for the Sing for Joy award this year is Madeline Hallen. So we just had our Smooth Spectrum group that came and sang, and that's an auditioned group, and 8 guys. Out of all of those guys, we truly had one tenor, and everybody else had to take turns trying to sing that tenor part. But this year we did create the Tenor Award, and that is for Carl Steinberg. So your certificates should be in your envelopes. For this next group, I'm going to blame COVID because I ordered trophies and medals. It's not here yet, so seniors, you're going to have to come back and see me again. But like I said in the last choir, all of the choreography you're going to see was done by some of these students, and I want to recognize all their hard work with the Just Dance Award for Abigail Davis, Maddie Brink, Rebecca Visser, and Hannah Murphy. It's a lot of fun to be in a big choral program where there's a lot of great things going on, but sometimes it's hard because it's super competitive. And a lot of times people just say, oh, I guess that's not for me. And we had a student this year who, as a senior, had been trying out, and this year he made All-State in a jazz group. So we are calling the Overcomer Award for Jake Hilmo. If you're here, you probably live with teenagers, and so you know sometimes trying to get them to help around the house maybe takes a little extra prodding. I love these guys, and they are so willing to help, but I tell you what, the one that every time when I asked for help was just the first one to get up and move things around, especially these big speakers. The Helping Hand Award this year goes to Jacob Kapperman. So last year I started what I call the Superior Musician Award, and this is just all not just singers, but just true strong musicians. And again, these plaques will be coming. They're not here yet, but I really want to recognize these 3 outstanding musicians: Johanna Tevet, Carl Steinlet, and Maddie Brink. Sometimes there's something that's just you sing, it just puts a smile on people's face. And there's a couple people in the choir who, when they do a solo, people just get so excited to hear them. Well, a lot of them. But the two that really stood out for the Soloist Award this year are Francie Heron and Thomas Reynolds. And I also want to make sure that I recognize all of the work, all of the behind the scenes effort that goes in from our awesome co-chairs this year. Can you please give a round of applause to Lydia and Matthew? So we're down to the final three that we do give out every year. This is something that schools around the country give out. And so the first one is the Quincy Jones Award, which again, is a strong musician, not just showing leadership as a singer, but across the board. And this year, we are pleased to announce that Adam Osborne is our Quincy Jones winner. Fred Waring was a famous choir director, and there's an award named after him called the Fred Waring Directors Award. And it just is for a student who is just that steady person that's always there, ready and willing and singing, and has that voice to go with it. And this year, our Fred Waring Directors Award winner is Avery Rutzer. Our last award tonight that I'd like to announce is the National School Choral Award, and this is the top award. We're only supposed to give one out every year, and this year the award is going to Hannah Murphy. It's just weird not handshaking and hugging and all that. That's not normal for this, but I think it's time to let them go. So I'll say one thing at the end, but let's get a little bit of pops going with some Accidentally in Love. Should we just start in these spots, or do we want to go back out? Let's just go out to where we were going to go, and then we'll start from there. Here we go, Accidentally in Love.
Come on, everybody, and snap your fingers now. Come on, everybody, and clap your hands real loud. Come on, everybody, take a real deep breath and repeat after me. Thank you very much.
All right, I have a few thank yous that I need to say before we let everybody go. This year's been so different. We're normally at the PAC, and this year we've just been invading, I feel like, the PE space, and they've been so wonderful. So I just want to say thank you to the PE department here at the high school. Would you give them a round of applause, please? We have some amazing custodians who are always having to move this and move that, and this year even more so because we're here. And so our custodial staff, could we give them a round of applause? And these envelopes out here, there are hundreds of certificates that would not get printed without Tammy Bullington and our amazing activities office, so please give them a round of applause. I don't know if Mr. Brad Nathan is up there, but he is so amazing at all of the online stuff that we've been doing, and he's just so quick. So could we give a round of applause, please, to Brad? Award that I want to make sure that I say, I'm thankful Mrs. Winghart reminded me. We did one other award this year, and we have an odd number of people who have been up here the entire time. And so we created a special award this year called the I Want to Dance with Somebody Award for somebody who's just had an amazing attitude about having to do pops choreography by himself all the time. And that is Ethan Jaden Yuki. Can you give him a round of applause? Thank you again for joining us tonight. I would ask you guys watch out for the cords, but grab your, we need a senior picture, don't we? Okay, so when you're done and cleared out, we're gonna have the seniors right up in this area so that our wonderful photographer can get a senior picture in all of their t-shirts. The rest of you can grab your awards before you head out. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody.